This is a summary of The Midnight Library by Matt Haig. The novel follows Nora Seed, a 35-year-old woman in Bedford, England, who feels her life is meaningless. She is depressed, isolated, and full of regret about choices not taken, quitting swimming, breaking off an engagement, giving up music, leaving friends behind. Overwhelmed by hopelessness, she attempts to take her own life. Instead of dying, Nora finds herself in the Midnight Library, a mystical space between life and death. The library is infinite, filled with books. Each book represents a different version of her life, based on the choices she could have made. Her old-school librarian, Mrs. Elm, serves as her guide. These are the rules of the library. Nora can open any book to step into an alternate version of her life. If she feels truly happy there, she will remain in that life permanently. If disappointment or dissatisfaction returns, she will be pulled back to the library. If her root life, her original existence, dies while she is still searching, the opportunity will vanish. The lives Nora tries. Rockstar life. Nora once dreamed of being a musician with her brother. In this life, she's famous and touring the world. But her brother is estranged, her relationships are shallow, and she feels empty despite fame. She leaves. Glaciologist in the Arctic. Following her childhood love of science, she becomes an Arctic researcher. Though the work is adventurous, the isolation and danger don't make her happy. She realizes adventure alone isn't fulfillment. Olympic swimmer. Nora once trained as a swimmer. In this life, she's an athlete who achieved success. Yet the discipline has left her life narrow, relationships sacrificed, and her father still difficult. She leaves again. Wife and mother. In one scenario, she marries her former fiancé, Dan, with whom she nearly settled in her root life. She discovers he's unfaithful and their marriage unhappy. The family life she imagined is not the dream she hoped for. Famous philosopher and lecturer. Nora becomes an academic, publishing books and giving talks on philosophy. But she is still burdened by the same emptiness. External achievements don't fill her void. Life with old friends. Nora reconnects with her former best friend who had urged her to move to Australia, but she finds that her friend's choices led to a troubled, unstable existence. The grass is not greener. Simple, balanced life. At one point, she tries a quieter life with a stable job, a dog, and relationships that seem ordinary. But even here, she feels unsettled, realizing it's not about the life itself, but her own lack of acceptance. Throughout these journeys, she sometimes experiences glimpses of joy from music, friendship, and romance. However, none of these bring her the lasting contentment she hoped for. Nora's regret is not solved by swapping realities. Each life has trade-offs, flaws, or hidden sorrows. Her external success doesn't equal inner peace. Fame, money, or adventure cannot cure depression. Nora realizes she must embrace her root life rather than chase alternatives. Nora nearly loses her chance when the Midnight Library collapses, but she fights to return to her root life, now with renewed gratitude. She accepts imperfection and embraces the possibility of building meaning in her root life. The novel ends with her alive, ready to live more fully, not by escaping her life, but by engaging with it.